We've all been there, feeling belittled, mistreated, or even manipulated by someone in a position of power or influence. It might be the boss who always takes credit for your ideas, constantly giving unnecessary orders just because they can. They criticize every minor mistake, leaving you feeling like nothing you do is good enough. Or it might be a woman in your life who seems to take pleasure in making things difficult for you, always needing to be right, and turning every disagreement into a full-blown conflict. These situations leave you drained, frustrated, and searching for ways to assert yourself without escalating the problem. While Sigma males are not immune to these types of people, they don't react in the same way as most. Their independence, intelligence, and ability to see through manipulation tactics not only protect them, but also flip the script on those narcissists, leaving them feeling powerless and exposed. While Sigma males are not out to destroy anyone, they won't let others walk all over them either. Here are 9 ways they shut down narcissists. Number 1. They don't try to win. Trying to win against a narcissist is like running on a never-ending treadmill. You think you're getting somewhere, but you're just exhausting yourself. These people are skilled at manipulating conversations, twisting words and events to make themselves look like victims or heroes. They'll stop at nothing to win, and it's usually at the expense of others. It's a game they've been playing their whole lives, and trying to beat them at it is a losing battle. That's why Sigma males don't even bother trying. They see through the game and choose not to participate, taking away the narcissist's power to control the narrative. While most people try to outsmart or overpower narcissists, thinking that's how they'll get their peace back, Sigma males let the narcissist play their game alone. They don't engage in pointless arguments or get dragged into proving a point. It's not because they don't care, but because they know there's no winning against a narcissist. Even if they were to win, all the effort and energy they'd have to put in is simply not worth it. They choose to save their time, energy, and sanity by staying out of the game altogether. By not trying to win, they're actually winning in the end. It's a subtle but effective way of shutting down narcissists without getting caught in their web of manipulation. Without getting the reaction they want, they end up feeling powerless and frustrated, which often leads them to move on to their next target. Number 2. They leave suddenly and quietly. One way that really throws narcissists off their game is when someone just up and leaves without any drama. Imagine you're in the middle of a heated conversation, and the narcissist is expecting to get a reaction out of you, but instead, you just decide to walk away. No big exit, no dramatic speech, just leaving them hanging. This is something Sigma males are not afraid to do, and it's often one of the best ways to shut down narcissists. This move is unexpectedly powerful. Narcissists need an audience. They need someone to witness their power plays, their drama, and without that, their tactics fall flat. When you quietly remove yourself from the situation, it's like cutting off their stage lights mid-performance. They're left standing there, wondering what just happened. It's not about being rude or ignoring the problem, but rather choosing not to engage on their terms. Getting into a debate or argument with a narcissist is exactly what they want. It gives them a platform. By not giving them that, by simply choosing to walk away, you're taking back control. You're letting them know their behavior is not tolerated, and you're not up for their drama. It's a way of setting a boundary without even needing to say a word. Number 3. They focus on facts to shut down the drama, not emotions. When dealing with narcissists, getting lost in a sea of emotions is easy. They're masters at pushing buttons, causing drama, and making everything feel personal. But here's the thing. Reacting emotionally is exactly what they expect and want. It gives them ammunition to use against you. That's why keeping your calm and sticking to the facts is such a game changer. Think about it like being in a courtroom where only evidence matters, not feelings. When you respond to their attempts to upset you with clear factual statements, it's like throwing water on their fire. They're looking for an emotional response, something to argue against. However, when presented with facts, there's not much they can do with those without looking unreasonable. Plus, focusing on the facts keeps the conversation from spiraling. It's like having a roadmap in a maze. It helps you not to get lost in the chaos they're trying to create. By not feeding the drama, you're showing them their tactics don't work on you. You're not an easy target, and over time, they'll likely move on to someone else who provides the emotional reaction they're seeking. This approach not only protects you during the interaction, but also sets a boundary, signaling that you're not easily manipulated. Number 4. They avoid feeding the narcissist's ego. While most people might try to deal with narcissists by either confronting them directly or trying to reason with them, Sigma males use a different approach that often goes unnoticed, but is incredibly effective. Instead of adding fuel to their fire, there's a strategy of avoidance, especially when it comes to the ego of narcissists. These people thrive on attention and admiration. It's like their oxygen. By not playing into their need for validation and praise, you cut off their supply. It's like taking the wind out of their sails, leaving them deflated and unable to continue with their manipulative behavior. It's a subtle move but powerful. Sigma males are not interested in feeding their ego. This doesn't mean they're rude or dismissive. It's about not giving those narcissists the validation they're desperately seeking. They keep the conversation neutral, shift the topic away from narcissists whenever possible, and avoid giving excessive compliments or acknowledgments that these people would usually expect. It's like playing chess and choosing not to move the pieces they expect you to. This approach can make them seek their ego boosts elsewhere, effectively shutting down their influence over you. It's done without drama, without confrontation, and most importantly, without giving the narcissist any fuel to feed their ego further. It's a quiet rebellion, a peaceful form of resistance that often leaves narcissists confused and deflated, as their usual tricks and manipulations don't seem to work on Sigma males. Number 5. They respond briefly and directly. Another clever tactic is responding briefly and directly. This approach is like using precision strikes in a conversation. Instead of engaging in a back and forth, offering long explanations or getting tangled in emotions, Sigma males keep their responses short and to the point. No fluff, no filler, just straight facts or necessary information. This technique is incredibly effective because it leaves no room for the narcissist to weave their drama or manipulate the conversation. It's like giving them a puzzle with missing pieces. They can't complete their usual game. Plus, the more you engage in a conversation with them, the more they'll try to push your buttons and manipulate you. While Sigma males may choose not to engage at all, responding briefly and directly is a wise tactic for those situations where they can't avoid contact. It's about protecting yourself while also not giving them anything to work with. It's a way of taking control of the conversation without escalating the situation. Keeping it short and direct also saves you from wasting your time and energy on a pointless conversation. Number 6. They cut off all contact if possible. Going no contact is like hitting the ultimate reset button when dealing with narcissists. This move isn't about being harsh, it's about self-preservation. Imagine you're on a boat and the narcissist is the leak. Instead of constantly scooping out the water, going no contact is like sealing the leak for good. You stop the source of the drama and control right at its tracks. This doesn't just frustrate narcissists, it leaves them puzzled and without their usual target. But what if you can't completely cut them off? Maybe they're a coworker or a family member, and going completely ghost isn't an option. In these scenarios, it's all about setting up strict boundaries. Limit interactions to the absolute necessary and keep conversations strictly professional or surface level. Think of it as putting them on a communication diet. You're still in the picture, but not giving them any of your emotional energy or personal time. The bottom line is that whether you go fully no contact or just limit interactions, the goal is to protect your peace. By cutting off the narcissist's supply to you, you're not just walking away from their games, you're winning them. It's not about being mean. It's about being smart with your energy and who gets a piece of it. Number 7. They set clear, firm boundaries. Setting strong boundaries is like drawing a line in the sand. It tells the narcissist, "This is where your influence ends and my personal space begins." By doing this, you're not just asking for respect, you're demanding it in a way that leaves no room for confusion or negotiation. Imagine you're setting up a no-entry zone. You decide who gets in and who stays out. It's about knowing your limits and making them known too. While narcissists often feel entitled to invade other people's boundaries, Sigma males don't allow it. If they let one boundary slip, the narcissist will keep pushing and taking more and more until there is nothing left for them. If a narcissist tries to cross that line, they quickly learn that it won't work with the Sigma man. They might test the waters, but they'll find the gate firmly shut. And Sigma male doesn't need to justify or explain his boundaries. No is a complete sentence. This approach isn't just about shutting down narcissists. It's about safeguarding your peace and prioritizing your well-being. It's smart, it's respectful, and ultimately, it shows that you own your space. Number 8. They don't play by the rules. Narcissists love keeping you locked into their game, operating by a set of rules they've created to always keep themselves in the winning seat. But when you choose not to play by those rules, it throws them off their game completely. They're standing there, waiting for you to make a move they've predicted, but instead, you're rewriting the script. Sigma males would never allow themselves to be controlled by someone else's rules. While most people might feel pressured to follow along with a narcissist's game, Sigma males aren't afraid to break the rules and shift the power dynamics. By not playing by their rules, they're effectively shutting down the game altogether. Narcissists thrive on predictability and control, and when that's taken away, they become vulnerable and exposed. It's a way of showing them that you can't be manipulated or controlled, and that they have no power over you. It's a smart move that often leaves narcissists at a loss for words and struggling to regain their control or simply giving up altogether. Number 9. They patiently wait for the narcissistic collapse. While Sigma males may not actively seek out revenge, they know that karma can be a powerful force. And when it comes to narcissists, patience is key. Imagine sitting back and watching a play unfold, knowing the ending before the actors do. That's how it goes. Narcissists thrive on attention and control. When they don't get this, their world starts to crumble bit by bit. It's like watching a structure weaken over time until it can no longer stand. Waiting for the narcissistic collapse doesn't mean hoping for their downfall out of spite. It's about understanding that their unsustainable behavior will eventually catch up to them. Without the drama and the emotional reactions, narcissists lose their main source of power. Their tactics start to fail, their manipulations no longer work, and slowly their facade begins to crack. It's all about playing the long game and staying cool. When their usual tricks no longer work on you, the narcissist begins to falter. Their grip loosens, and their influence fades. It's not about watching someone suffer. It's about freeing yourself from their cycle of drama or control. In this waiting game, you're not just a bystander. You're actively protecting your peace and standing firm in your power. And that's how you truly shut down a narcissist, by being the calm in the storm until their chaos self-destructs.